You're listening to Silver Anniversary Movies. The podcast is celebrating their silver anniversary. So can you guess the movie that's celebrating their 25 years of release? I'm going to combine 3 days in this one. There's one on the 21st, 3 on the 23rd, and one that came out on the 24th of February in 1996. Alright, the first one, if I can get to it, had a 85% on a tomato meter with an 80% audience score. In Wes Anderson's feature film, Anthony has just been released from a mental hospital only to find his wacky friend Dignan determined to begin an outrageous crime spree. After recruiting their neighbor, Bob, the team embarks on a road trip in search of Dignan's previous boss, Mr. Henry. But the more they learn, the more they realize that they do not know the first thing about crime. It's a comedy movie directed by Wes Anderson, produced by Polly Platt and Cynthia Hargrave. It's 1 hour and 31 minutes long by Columbia Pictures Corporation. Some of the cast and crew: James Caan as Abe Henry, or Mr. Henry, Lumi Cavazos as Inez, Andrew Wilson as John Mapplethorpe, or Future Man, Robert Musgrave as Bob Mapplethorpe, Luke Wilson as Anthony Adams, and Owen Wilson as Dignan. Alright, the name of the movie is Bottle Rocket. And this one is available for rent on Amazon Video, pending on Now, Vudu, Apple iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Microsoft Store, Redbox, and DirecTV. And that was the only one that came out on 21st. Let's move to the 23rd. The first of the three is at a 21% on tomato meter with a 28% audience score. Wrongfully accused of murdering his wife, Dr. David Crane is luckily acquitted through a technicality. As a free man, he begins searching for the real killer and learns that another physician, Dr. Martha Briggs, is conducting memory experiments that could help lead him to the culprit. Using Briggs' technique, he injects himself with a sample of his wife's spinal fluid and begins seeing her past. But then, he uncovers a conspiracy that endangers his own life. It's a mystery and thriller, directed by John Dahl, produced by Dino De Laurentiis and Martha De Laurentiis. It's 1 hour and 56 minutes long by Dino De Laurentiis Company, Spelling Film International, and Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Some of the cast and crew: Kim Coates as Eddie Dutton, Kim Cattrall as Kelly, Christopher McDowell as Stuart Gleick, Peter Coyote is Don Bresser, Linda Florentino is Martha Briggs, and Ray Liotta as David Crane. Alright, the name of the movie is Unforgettable. And it is available for rent or buy on Apple iTunes, Amazon Video, and Vudu. Alright, the second of the three movies, 26% on tomato meter with a 40% audience score. A maid at the household of noted physician Dr. Henry Jekyll, Mary Riley admires her employer, who also seems intrigued by her. Eventually, Mary meets Jekyll's mysterious and charismatic associate, Edward Hyde, and she also seems to have an attraction for him. As Mary spends time with both men, she starts to suspect there is a strange connection between the two of them, and this revelation places her life in danger. It is a drama, directed by Stephen Frears, produced by Nancy Graham Tannen, Norma Heyman, and Ned Tannen. It is 1 hour and 48 minutes long by Columbia and TriStar Pictures. Some of the cast and crew: Glenn Close as Mrs. Faraday, Kathy Staff as Mrs. Kent, Michael Gambon as Mary's father, George Cole as Mr. Poole, John Malkovich as Dr. Henry Jekyll and Mr. Edward Hyde, and Julia Roberts as Mary Riley. Okay, the name of the movie is Mary Riley. You can rent or buy this one from Amazon Video, Fandango Now, Vudu, Apple iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Microsoft Store, Redbox, and DirecTV. Alright, the third and last one for the 23rd. 32% on Tomato Meter with a 35% audience score. The lives of Carolyn Ryan, a small-town doctor, and her artist husband, Ben, are shaken up when their son, Jacob, becomes the prime suspect in the death of a local teen girl. While Carolyn is intent on learning the truth about her son's involvement, Ben is willing to protect him at any cost, regardless of his guilt or innocence. When Jacob finally tells his parents what happened, events take a surprising series of turns. It is a drama directed by Barbet Schroeder, produced by Barbet Schroeder and Susan Hoffman. It is 1 hour and 48 minutes long by Buena Vista or Walt Disney. Some of the cast and crew: Daniel Von Bargen as Fran Conklin, Alfred Molina as Panos Demiris, Julia Weldon as Judith Ryan, Edward Furlong as Jacob Ryan, Liam Neeson as Ben Ryan, and Meryl Streep as Dr. Carolyn Ryan. The name of this movie is Before and After, and this one is streaming on Hoopla, or you can rent or buy it on Apple iTunes, Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Vudu, Microsoft Store, and DirecTV. Alright. Now for one more for the 24th. Had no Tomato Meter with a 56% audience score. David Letterman vies with Jay Leno and his manager to succeed Johnny Carson retiring from The Tonight Show. It is a drama directed by Betty Thomas, produced by Don Carmody, and it is 1 hour and 35 minutes long. Some of the cast and crew: Peter Jurisic as Howard Stringer, Ed Begley Jr. as Rod Paris, Bob Balaban as Warren Littlefield, Daniel Roebuck as Jay Leno, John Michael Higgins as David Letterman, and Kathy Bates as Helen Kushnick. Alright, the name of the movie is The Late Shift. And this one is streaming on HBO Max, HBO Now, DirecTV, and HBO Now Amazon channel. Or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, and Microsoft Store. Alright, well that is it. The one movie for the 21st, the 3 for the 23rd, and the 1 for the 24th of February in 1996. Have fun watching the movies! This show is brought to you by Heartland Production Entertainment. If you'd like to help to make the show better, go to patreon.com/heartlandpae.